Hello students, good morning to all. Welcome to online class. Myself Dr. A. Nazim Ahmed, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Islamia College Wanembadi. In this video, we will going to discuss about pericyclic reactions. Pericyclic reaction. First we discuss about introduction. Most of the organic reactions proceed in a stepwise manner. The majority of organic reaction proceed either by a polar or by a radical pathway. There is a group of reactions that do not involve polar or radical reagents. That is, they are substantially uninfluenced by change of polarity of solvent or by the presence of radical initiators. For example, the Diels-Alder reaction, the butadiene and ethene, which gives cyclohexene, Now, definition of pericyclic reactions. Reactions are apparently concerted. The electronic rearrangements involved in bond breaking, bond making proceed simultaneously. That is, it is a one-step process. Reactions are apparently concerted. That is, the electronic rearrangements involved in bond breaking, bond making proceed simultaneously. That is, it is a one-step process. The transition states are cyclic and the reactions are attained by a high degree of stereoselectivity. Many of such reactions are reversible. All such concerted reactions which proceed via cyclic transition state are known as pericyclic reactions. Remember, once again I repeat, all such concerted reaction which proceed via cyclic transition state are known as pericyclic reactions. Pericyclic reactions are highly stereospecific, thermal and photo-induced reaction. The energy for pericyclic reaction is supplied by heat in a thermally induced reaction or by ultraviolet in a photo-induced reaction. Mechanism and stereochemistry of pericyclic reaction. While simple dimerization olefins to cyclobutane gives very poor results except when photochemically induced. The another important concept, Woodward-Hoffmann. Several theories have been formulated to understand a relational explanation of pericyclic reactions. Woodward and Hoffmann in the year 1965 proposed the principle of conservation of orbital symmetry theory as basis for explaining pericyclic reactions. According to this principle, symmetries of orbitals at both the reactants and the product should correlate or be the same. Reactants and product should correlate or be the same. Thus, in a reaction involving a cyclic transition state, that is pericyclic reactions, orbitals in the reactants can only transform into orbitals in the product which have the same symmetry properties. Students, please make note of it. Have the same symmetry properties. If the symmetries correlate, the reaction is symmetry allowed. The reaction is correlate, symmetry allowed. Make note of it. Symmetry allowed. Failing which is symmetry forbidden. Symmetry allowed and the others are symmetry forbidden. Please make note of it. The orbital symmetry rules, also called the Woodward-Hoffmann rules, apply to concerted reactions. There are several ways of applying the orbital symmetry principle, for which frontier orbital method, frontier orbital theory is the most common. Frontier orbitals and orbital symmetry. Next, you pass on to the important concept is HOMO and LUMO. Just as the outer shell of electrons of an atom is regarded as especially significant in determining the chemistry of the atom. I repeat once again. Remember. So the frontier orbital theory was described by Kenichi and Fukui in the late 1960s. It is based on only two molecular orbitals called FMO, that is frontier molecular orbital. FMO, frontier molecular orbital, which includes the highest occupied molecular orbital. That is HOMO. Okay, HOMO, HOMO is nothing but highest occupied molecular orbital, which is the key in determining reactivity. This termed the frontier orbital. Their theory is based upon two principles. The first principle: since the ground state of almost all molecule has a pair of electrons in the HOMO. Remember, students, please make note of it. Since the ground state of almost all molecules has a pair of electrons in the HOMO, highest occupied molecular orbital, bonding interaction between two molecules or between two atoms in the same molecule cannot involve the HOMO of each, because this would lead to an orbital occupancy greater than 2, which is contrary to Pauli's principle. I repeat once again, bonding interaction between two molecules or between two atoms, two molecules or between two atoms in the same molecule cannot involve only the HOMO of each, because this would lead to an orbital occupancy greater than 2, which is contrary to Pauli's principle. The next point is to remember the HOMO of one reactant needs to interact with an unoccupied molecular orbitals of the second. The HOMO of one reactant needs to interact with an unoccupied molecular orbitals of the second. Now, since the bonding interaction between two orbitals increases as the energies of the two become more nearly equal, it is expected that HOMO of one reactant would interact efficiently with the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, that is LUMO, lowest unoccupied molecular orbital of the second. I repeat once again. Now, since the bonding interaction between two orbitals increases as the energies of two become more nearly equal, it is expected that the HOMO of one reactant would interact efficiently with the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital of the second. Now the second principle, the shaded positive lobe, the shaded positive lobe overlaps only with the shared positive lobe of the another orbital. So this is the lobe stem. The shaded positive lobe overlap only with the shaded positive lobe of another orbital. Like this. An unshaded negative, this is positive lobe, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative. An unshaded negative lobe only with the unshaded negative lobe of another orbitals overlap of orbitals unlike phase results repulsion. Unlike results repulsion. Now next you pass on to classification of pericyclic reactions. One is the cycloaddition. One is the cycloaddition reactions. Second one is electrocyclic reactions. Third one is sigmatropic rearrangements. Sigmatropic rearrangements. There are three classifications: cycloadditions, electrocyclic reactions, sigmatropic rearrangements. Now let us see one by one. Cycloadditions. In these reaction, In these reactions, two molecules combine to form a ring. A reaction in which two unsaturated molecules combine to form a cyclic compound with pi electron being used to form two new sigma bonds is known as cycloaddition reactions. In this reaction, two molecules combine to form a ring. The reaction involves conversion of two pi bonds into two sigma bonds is known as cycloaddition reactions. Cycloaddition reaction may again be of two types depending upon the number of pi electrons in the two components. I repeat once again, cycloaddition reactions may again be of two types depending upon the number of pi electrons in the two components. One is the 2 plus 2 cycloaddition. Another one is 4 plus 2 cycloadditions. One is the 2 plus 2 cycloadditions. Another one is the 4 plus 2 cycloadditions. 4 plus 2 cycloadditions. Four plus 2, the most well-known Diels-Alder reaction is thermal 4 plus 2 cycloadditions reactions. When one of the system has 4 pi electrons and the other has 2 pi electrons, Diels-Alder reactions are the most common example of this. Butadiene with ethylene, it gives cyclohexene. It gives cyclohexene. The another 4 plus 2 cycloadditions. The best known 4 pi plus 2 pi cycloaddition is the Diels-Alder reaction, of which the simplest possible example is the reaction between butadiene and ethylene to form 6-membered ring. This is the 6-membered ring, is it not? This is the 6-membered ring. Diels-Alder reaction take place very easily, often spontaneously, and most requires moderate application of heat. Before considering the reaction between butadiene and ethylene, let us first study the electronic configuration of 1,3 butadiene and ethylene. Now look at the configurations of pi electrons of 1,3 butadiene in the ground state and first excited state. Look at this. This is the ground state. This is the first excited state. This is the psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, psi 4. This is the bonding region, whereas this is the anti-bonding region. So in this case, bonding case, the lobe, which is shaded one, 1, 2, 3, 4, all are positive, whereas in the case of psi 2, the first two are positive and third and fourth are the negative. Third and fourth are the negative, whereas first two are the negative and the another third and fourth are the positive. Understand? Similarly in the case of anti-bonding, now in the case of psi 1 is comparing this Psi1 and Psi3. The first case is positive, so here also we should shed positive, whereas the second is positive, so we have to shed negative. Third is positive, so we shed negative. Fourth, positive as such, positive as such. Whereas in the case of Psi2 and Psi4, okay, the first case positive, positive as such, it is positive, so it is negative. It is negative, so it is positive. Okay, then we have this negative, the fourth negative. So 2 negative, 2 positive, 2 negative, 2 positive. Understand? So based on this molecular orbitals formation of this positive, positive, it looks like that. All 4 positives, this look like that. Understand? Now electronic configuration of ethylene. Look at the first one is the ground state and excited state, bonding, anti-bonding. Okay, so what will happen? These two lobes are positive. So in the anti-bonding, one is the positive, other one is the negative. So like this, there is a two lobes joining together, formation of bond like this. Understand? So this positive, this shows that, this negative, this region shows that. This is for ethylene. This is for ethylene. When the reactant approach each other with other molecule planes parallel, the new carbon-carbon bonds can be formed at the same time. Now look at this. When the reactants approach each other, so what will happen here? This is we called excuse me, yes, symmetry allowed. Understand? Symmetry allowed. Symmetry allowed thermal 4+2 cycloadditions of 1,3 butadiene and ethylene, overlap of HOMO of 1,3 butadiene and LUMO of ethylene, overlap LUMO of 1,3 butadiene and HOMO of ethylene. Now the 2+2 cycloadditions. 2+2 cycloadditions, as already stated, the combination of two molecules of ethene to give cyclobutane is the simplest 2+2 cycloaddition reactions. 2+2 cycloadditions when both the unsaturated molecules have 2 pi electrons. Example, ethylene plus ethylene, which gives cyclobutane. The 4+2 cycloadditions are common and take place very easily and spontaneously. On the other hand, cyclodimerization of alkenes, conversion of, example, ethylene to cyclobutane is very difficult and not very common. Further, it is interesting to note that thermal reaction thermal reaction is difficult, while photochemical reaction is easily. Thermal reaction is difficult, while the photochemical reaction is easily. The reason being, in presence of heat, dimerization of ethylene would involve overlap of the HOMO pi 2 of one molecule with LUMO pi star of the other, which involve the HOMO pi 2 of one molecule with the LUMO pi star of the other. Now, pi star are of opposite symmetry. Lobes of opposite faces would approach each other. Hence interaction and anti-bonding are repulsive. Look at this. Lobes of opposite faces. This is positive, this is negative. So the lobes of opposite faces each other, and a concerted reaction do not occur. So it is symmetry forbidden. It is symmetry forbidden. Overlapping. Photochemical 2 plus 2 cycloadditions or symmetry allowed. The simplest interaction of these is as follows. When an olefin molecule absorbs a quantum of light, an electron is promoted from the HOMO to LUMO. There are now two signally occupied molecular orbitals, SOMO. The excited HOMO therefore has the symmetry of the ground state LUMO, and consequently two can interact. See this, LUMO of ground state and HOMO of excited state. So positive lobes, this is positive lobes. So there will be a interaction. So it is symmetry allowed. It is symmetry allowed. So far what we discussed today, the basic thing is definition, and we saw the classifications. In the cycloadditions, 2 plus 2 cycloadditions and 4 plus 2 cycloadditions. So there are two cases. One is the symmetry allowed, whereas here symmetry forbidden, how it takes place. And similarly we discuss symmetry allowed for 2 plus 2 cycloadditions. So with this I conclude this pericyclic reaction. We will discuss the next class. The remaining classification is electrocyclic reactions. Thank you one and all.